Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 14 and has autism. We paint together working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So here I am painting the rest. So today was one of those days that we stayed home. Certain days when Owen, it's summer and plans change, things change, days change, and kind of going with the flow. It can be hard for him to adjust and kind of think through or decide that he wants to leave or go do something. And so today was one of those days. And it's quite possible that that's going to happen numerous times over the summer. And thinking through changes and moments and, trying to work through how to handle that with him is kind of, it can be hard some days because he'll emotionally connect to moments in time, and then if that doesn't work out or something has to change, it's very, very hard on him. Very I sat on the edge of my chair and I'm about to fall off. It's very hard for him to kind of work through those moments. And so learning to kind of adjust with him, I always tell him that we're a team, and mommy doesn't always have the answers, nor does mommy always know the right answers. And that in itself is something that we both have to kind of grow through and learn and adjust to. And again, I don't always get it right. I don't always know how to handle specific things for him or with him. So it's just kind of a matter of learning to deal with it and helping him kind of grow through those moments. I'm umming a lot today. So many things are going on or through or with or beside and anything else you can imagine. So it's hard to process some days, and today is one of those days. So I just pray and I try to explain that to Owen that, mommy doesn't always know how to handle something or when something is going to change or how it should be done. And so I want him to know that. I want him to understand that we have to work on these moments together. And hopefully that will kind of help him along in the long run. You just never know. So learning and growing and figuring it out together is what I talk to him a lot about. Because I really want him to understand that he's not necessarily wrong for wanting to stay home or wanting to go do something. It's just not what was planned, or it's not what we have that we can do on certain days. So we learn, we grow, we love. And that's what I always tell him, that we have to work together through those moments. So last night I did this, and I loved the colors, and I loved it was a me color moment. It felt natural and right, and happiness when I was having some of my own little moments. And so tonight I thought I would just kind of do a variation on a theme, and use some different colors, and see what I could kind of come up with. So that's where I'm I was going to say stuck a little bit, but when you, I don't know that stuck is the right term for this necessarily, but I'm happy. As Owen says, I'm happy. I'm happy. He says that a lot. And him being happy makes Mama happy. So if he's happy, Mama's happy. Because making him happy, well, that helps a lot of the days, a lot of the moments. So, just so much on my mind. I'm probably sounding very, one of my favorite words, discombobulated. I feel very discombobulated right now. All the days blending together, all the moments. He cannot wait for August, when he finds out who his bus driver is going to be. He generally has different morning and afternoon bus people, and I've never quite understood why they do this. They use two different bus garages for the morning and the afternoon, and it truly doesn't make much sense, but that's what they do. I mean, I'm sure there's a rhyme or reason or something, but it really truly doesn't make much sense to me, because they're going I don't know. Anyways, that part doesn't matter, because I have no control. They didn't ask me. It would just be like easier, I would think. But anyways, he wants to know who his bus people are going to be. I mean, why wouldn't you want to know who your bus people are going to be? And so I'm trying to get him to understand that he's not going to know until August. But when you want to know, you want to know. And he wants to know. So it's been very hard for him to not know. And it's been very hard for him to not know. So, and that's kind of, it's one of those emotional things for him, because having order and being in control over situations helps him. But when you there's absolutely no way they could know who the bus people are going to be at this point. It's virtually impossible. So we breathe and we pray and we hope, and that's what we have to do. So we shall see. We shall see as time goes on. It sure would help me if I knew, but that change is one of those things that it's about the only thing in our world that is consistent is change. I mean, it's so that's the thing that changes is change. Change changes. And just trying to get him to kind of understand that is something that's in itself a little hard. So it's emotional, I'm going through and kind of adding, like, when things dry, it'll like kind of change how it looks. And so I'm just trying to add some extra kind of texture in there to pull like the veins and different things. Like I didn't do too much on this one, and like where there's big piles, you can kind of see that there's not a lot of the veining, and so I'm just kind of adding a little bit more on this one, so when it does dry, you'll see a little more of that the colors come through. And sometimes when I put them on there, like I'll pull a color and then I'll put more of the same color kind of on top of it, so it's not as strong as it looked when I first did it, just so again that it kind of, it has it, but it's not that, like, it makes it kind of thicker, or ridges, I suppose. So anyways, we're not going to do too much more. So hopefully Bus will know, he'll figure it out about the bus, and we can kind of move forward on that. But anyways, so there is the bluer, purpley version of last night's painting. So we sign O for Owen, and then L and B. So there we go. All right. Thanks so much for watching and being a part of our day. I hope you have a great rest of yours. Toodles, toodles.